Hey everybody, welcome back to the Gridiron Gals podcast. I'm Reeta, the NFL chick.
And hey everybody, it's Chelsea's right.
And if you are seeing this on the YouTube page, of course, we look very festive because it is holiday season. It is almost Christmas, so we decided to put on our little cute little decor. Chels got on her cute hat with her cute shirt. I got on my headband with the lights. I tried to put my lights on. They decided that they didn't want to work. Cheap shit. You know how that goes. So it is what it is. But happy holidays to you
Happy
all.
holidays, y'all.
And of course, we got to start with the NFC East, which always is a very interesting division. The Eagles found some way to lose against the Seahawks and Drew Lock, who was the quarterback of the game in that game, and they lose 20-17. And so now they are still tied, they meaning the Cowboys and the Eagles, for first place in the NFC East. So, they tried to pump this whole thing up like, oh, this is going to be the flu game for Jalen. Yeah, flu game it was. He didn't look good. Threw a pass at the end of the game that was stupid because you were close to getting in the field goal range. Made more sense. Sirianni, the coach, said that they were trying to see if they could get a pass interference there. I just think that that's stupid. You need to try to find a way to go into overtime because, in my opinion, if you go into overtime, the Eagles, you win that game. But nevertheless, both teams are tied for first place. The Cowboys lost to the Bills, and then the Eagles lost to the Seahawks. So, how do you see this playing out, Chels? You, the Cowboys fan, tell us.
So I gotta rewind a little bit, and because the Cowboys lost real bad. Real bad, and played bad on all sides of the ball. I do, you know how it is when the Cowboys lose, everybody starts talking about Dak. But people who really watch this game see how much the defense was getting gashed because they was not prepared for James Cook to be running. They was prepared for Josh Allen. And
I don't think that
what the lady said.
The Bills didn't see it happening either. They was like, "Oh, you out here balling? Oh, okay.
Keep going." And so they just look crazy. And that's what happens when you get down bad early, and then your quarterback gonna have to start throwing. And he's just, reacting, throwing. And he had I counted about 4 real, like, hey boy, what you doing passes. And then, he was intercepted once, whatever. And so after that game, all of the creepy crawlers come out of the woodworks, and now they talking about, oh, Dak MVP. Oh, there's the Dak. There's the Dak I know, and blah, blah, blah. And the Eagles fans was throwing up, not throwing up, was falling all over themselves, running everywhere. Even had my girl Dawn Staley talking shit. I know she a big Eagles fan, but girl, she done added the Cowboys and everything. I was like, nah, I can't cuss Dawn Staley out. She one of my favorite people. Got my favorite lady out here talking about my team. And so, I was upset and I was ready to, block people. People talking about, oh, Cam Newton is right. Whatever. And then Monday night happened.
Ooh, talk about it.
Wow. Yo, listen. That's the best thing that could have happened for the Cowboys. Like, if we can't do it for ourselves, we need somebody else to do it for you. And to that, I say thank you to the Eagles. But I was really surprised. Like, up until a minute or so was left in that game, Rita, I went and moved from the living room to the bed because I was like, the Eagles going to win this game, but they really don't look good. I was like, this defense not look good. They are getting gashed left and right. They can't stop nobody's run. And if you cannot stop the run, and this is for the Eagles and the Cowboys, you might as well not even think about the playoffs because it's all about the run game and the defense. So you might as well not even think about it. And imagine my surprise when Drew Lock, y'all let a white boy with a Dallas shag throw it on you like that with 48 seconds left in the game, to win the game-winning touchdown.
Amazing. To be fair, Drew Lock do be knowing Jeezy songs, so
is that what it is?
That when he took the Broncos, he was doing the whole. Put on for my city,
Oh, okay. I put on, okay. My bad, Drew. I
So he
wasn't
did.
aware.
So what he did was put on. All
Who?
right,
Who?
he put on.
What I'm saying is, I was not aware, Mr. Locke. I was not aware. But I tell you what, I did know. I did know that game was that Jalen was going to throw a pick to end that game. I could smell the desperation. I was like, I already know how this going to end.
And
So
it
hey,
wasn't even needed to be desperate in that moment. It really wasn't. That's the
you
crazy
needed
part.
30 yards. You needed 30 yards to get a field goal.
If that. And then you already had a big run prior, and you had 2 timeouts. I just don't understand.
And 2 times you had the time was on your side. And y'all, I don't know. Y'all said we're gonna win this, but I don't know why you thought it was gonna be like that. It hadn't been like that the whole game. But hey, here we are. So now the Cowboys and the Eagles are tied for first, with the Cowboys having a slight edge. However, because everything is so neck to neck, if the Eagles and the Cowboys win out, the Eagles will get the bid, get the win the East because of strength of schedule.
Oh.
So basically, it's about to be a college football playoff type scenario going on here.
Yeah.
We had the toughest schedule because we are tied up on everything. And I think, like, we beat the Seahawks, they lost to the Seahawks. We lost to the Bills, they beat the Bills. You know what I mean? So it's kind of evening out. Like, we beat the Jets, they lost to the Jets. So some things are evening out. So it's gonna be a FSU situation.
Oh.
So who has the best strength of schedule, and that's not as well. So what I'm saying is, I'm a Tommy Cutlets fan for two times throughout this season. I need Tommy Cutlets to come through. That is the only way that if we went out and they went out, if we went out,
Cutlets, friend.
Ain't that the boy name for the Giants?
Oh, the DeVito?
Yeah.
Is that what they call him? Girl, I don't know. Okay, well.
Ain't no Tommy. Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
That's his favorite Italian meal. You gotta have
I see.
You gotta
have. To be fair, my team ain't in the NFC East, and I don't live in New York, so I didn't know that the man had a nickname now. Tommy Cutlet. Okay.
Yeah, that's Tommy Cutlets. So now you know.
Oh, okay.
So I need Tommy Cutlets to do a little something. But
yeah, they do play the Giants twice. They play the Giants twice in 3 weeks. The Eagles do. And look, the Giants out here trying to win football games. Okay, they said they know that they ain't that good. They ain't trying to get no top 5 pick, shorty. They out here trying to win games, whatever that means. So, they might just spot you one for real.
I will be forever in your debt.
That is crazy enough. All right, Brandon Staley. We know that he is no longer a part of the Chargers organization. He was let go after that skull dragging that we saw on Thursday Night Football, 63-21 against the Las Vegas Raiders, who just 4 days prior only had 0 points. Just 0, nothing special. 0 points. And you allowed 6-3. The defensive wizard allowed 6-3. No, he doesn't play on the field. I understand. But when you have guys like Khalil Mack, when you have guys like Derwin James, when you have guys like Asante Samuel, 63 points is nasty fucking business. So I think that he got fired at halftime, quite frankly, Chels. It kind of came out pretty quickly the next day. I think the man got on the plane and they was like, that's it, right? Like, you can't come back here.
Your key fob don't work.
Key fob don't fucking work. And so I am curious to know where you think the Chargers are going, because guess what? Guess whose name is back into the mix in terms of people talking about him? None other than the cheetah himself, Jim Harbaugh, is talked about as potentially being a candidate for the LA Chargers. Now, remember, Pete Carroll got out of USC and went to the Seahawks after some sanctions that was getting ready to come down on their program. Some more information came out about Michigan earlier today regarding Jim Harbaugh basically lying to investigators. So I would not be surprised if we see Jim Harbaugh pull a Pete Carroll, get out of Dodge, go back to the NFL. What do you think?
Oh, that's it. That's the formula right there. Get out, get your nose clean. You don't got nothing to do with it. You don't get to, you don't have the self-imposed PTO on the sideline this year. So I also heard Bill Belichick tossed around.
Do you think that Bill Belichick is an LA type of dude though? See, that's the part that I don't think
I don't, but I'm trying to figure out why he appears to be enamored with Justin Herbert. So it may be that. And so on the last podcast, I said I didn't think he would coach again. I mean, what else you got to prove? But he is about 20 wins away from matching Don Shula. So he's that type of dude that be like, well, I ain't got to do nothing but coach a season and a half, maybe 2 seasons. So he might be, but that actually will be a good look for Jim Harbaugh, though.
I think so. My guy Glenn Clark, he's like, I don't think that Jim Harbaugh is as great as an offensive coach as people make him out to be, and that might be true, right? I don't think he does anything special. But what I do think is that when you have a talent like Justin Herbert, I think that he allows your job to be easier, right?
Easy. Yeah.
When Jim Harbaugh coached the 49ers, he had an Alex Smith that he revamped. Yes, I know Alex Smith was the number 1 draft pick, but let's be real. Aaron Rodgers was the true number 1 guy that was coming out of that draft. And Alex Smith, he revamped him, traded him to the Chiefs, brought in Colin Kaepernick, right? But Justin Herbert has a talent that has not been utilized really since he's been with the Chargers. So I think that having a guy like him, if you get Mike Williams back, if you get, some weapons, and then of course you get that defense just kind of clicking again, because they still do have talent on all levels there. You can be okay. You don't really need to be an offensive guru. You just need to know how to win football games. And so that's what I think. I think that Jim is way more suitable for like LA as opposed to like Bill Belichick. I could see him complaining about them taking all his money in taxes.
You think Bill Belichick would be like, it's too hot out here.
It's too hot out here. Y'all taking all my money. I'm good. I don't want to do this. I'm not interested. He gonna find somewhere else to go. I don't think that LA is gonna be it. But look, I could be proven wrong. We will find out sooner or later. Michigan people already on the timeline begging Jim Harbaugh to stay. Well, the man about to get in trouble. He about to be suspended even more.
He about to be on leave without pay.
Sounded to me like he about to get out of
not coming back. That was it.
If you're the NFL, do you step in on that?
What do you mean step in?
I don't know what that, do you say we're not, you just got to stick down. You got to stay down in college and deal with your bullshit.
Well, they can't say that to him if they didn't say it to Pete Carroll. You've already set precedents.
Well, this is true, but then they can also be like, yeah, that was then, this is now. Like,
no. I don't know.
If NFL does whatever they want to do anyway. So it ain't like,
and the NFL is a stunt queen that loves drama. And what more drama than Jim Harbaugh coming back and coaching in the NFL after all of that? So they would be all for it. They wouldn't block him. Nah.
Okay. All right. It's a question that I saw being put out there. So I was just curious to see what your thoughts were on that. We'll see how this goes. But as of right now, I mean, Jim Harbaugh looking like he's about to get into some more trouble. So that is definitely something that we should be watching. It is almost time. It is almost time for the playoffs. We are getting very close to the finish line. And so this is the current AFC picture. Baltimore, who has secured a playoff spot, not the division, not any seeding, is the number 1 seed currently, followed by Miami at 10-4, Kansas City at 9-5, Jacksonville at 8-6. And then the wild cards is Cleveland, who is on the Ravens' ass at 9-5, followed by the Bengals at 8-6, and the Indianapolis Colts at 8-6, which is so wild to me. Houston, Buffalo are behind them, both at 8-6. So everybody's loving Buffalo right now. They're not even the first place in the hunt. They're the second place in the hunt. They got to get in first, y'all, before y'all start kissing their ass the way y'all been doing all along.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I synced it, and they ain't even there yet, okay? Not only are they not in the wild card, they ain't even the next team from the wild card. Y'all need to get yourselves together. In the NFC, we got San Francisco, who has won the division. They have their number 1 seed, followed by currently Dallas, who has secured a playoff spot at 10-4. Detroit is at 10-4. Tampa Bay is at 7-7. God, the NFC South is fucking terrible.
Terrible.
Philadelphia, who's also secured a playoff spot, is the first wild card at 10-4, followed by Minnesota and the LA Rams finding their way back into the mix, both at 7-7. Seattle and New Orleans are behind them, also at 7-7. The NFC is an interesting animal.
That is very interesting. And then I think I know the Rams and the Saints play each other on Thursday. So now we getting into who's scrappy, who gonna get who gonna be the scrappiest these last few games, who gonna get the scrappiest.
Yeah.
And I did not realize that the AFC race was, or that everybody was that close.
Yes. Particularly the AFC North. The Ravens only have a 2-game lead against the Browns with a much harder schedule. So the Ravens really have to find a way to try to win those games. But ultimately, yeah, the AFC is a very interesting animal. There's plenty of teams out there that are 8-6 or better, and they're outside, like I said, the Bills, because y'all been back on the Bills is nuts this week, and the Bills is 2 slots out from being even a wild card pick. So I'm just saying. Now, they do have an opportunity to potentially win the division. I believe that they play Miami again, and you hope Miami can lose against Baltimore. You lose that game, I don't know, you can figure it out. We'll see how that goes, because there are 3 games remaining. But
Miami plays Dallas, Baltimore, and Philly.
Oh, it's okay. I thought that they played again. I thought that Miami and Buffalo played again. So I guess I'm wrong.
They split. I think they split. I think they.
I'm sure about this. I feel like the Bills are playing them soon.
Well, check the stats, because I could be wrong. Information runs together.
I feel like that they're playing them though in Miami. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, they do. The last game of the season, the Bills play the Dolphins.
Oh, okay.
That is how they end. So Miami plays Dallas, Baltimore, and Buffalo. So if they go on a 3-game skid here, it could be some real shaking and moving going on here. We'll see how this goes, because obviously you're going to want your Cowboys to beat them. I'm going to want my Ravens to beat them, and then Buffalo is going to try to handle business, but Buffalo will be in Miami. They will not be in Buffalo, so they don't have the weather elements to kind of bail them out.
So you rooting for the Cowboys too? It'd be nice.
I'm not rooting for the Cowboys. Because it's a non-conference game. It's like, what? Yes, I want the Cowboys to beat them, obviously, so they can move away from the number 2 seeding.
The seeding, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Purposes. So yes, I am rooting for the Cowboys in that regard, but also it's a non-conference loss that happens. Like, the Ravens and the Bills got to do their business. They got to handle their business, and that's the bigger thing. So, because as of right now, let's say if the Ravens lose on Monday, but then the Dolphins win, they would flip, because the Dolphins have a better conference record. So that's why I'm like, yes, I do, obviously, but then like the Ravens have kind of dug themselves in this weird hole of all 3 of their losses being conference losses. So
I know about digging holes, team digging in the holes.
Do we have a special guest that's joined us?
Yes. So we have a guest that will be joining us for our week. What week is it? Week 18 picks?
No, this is not week 18. Fred, dang, you trying to get rid of the NFL season. It's week 16.
Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you why I said week 18, because this is episode 18. I said that so smooth. Imagine 21 weeks of football. Yikes.
Oh, God.
So are you ready for our guest friend? Let me add
I am ready for our guest. Oh, look, everybody. It's the Grinch.
It's the Grinch.
Hello, looking
How the Grinch
fabulous.
stole football.
Now, Grinch, are you do you speak? Are you a mute? How do we go about this, Grinchy? Okay.
The Grinch does not speak. The Grinch does the Whoville sign
Okay.
of some sort.
So if you're not watching, we'll have to tell you what Grinch is picking, but obviously it's much better if you watch because Grinchy is on with us here at the Gridiron Gals podcast. Thank you for joining us, Grinchy. We appreciate you. So now I will figure out who you're picking. I'll figure it out eventually. Chels, maybe you might be better at the sign language than me. I don't know.
We can just ask Grinchy what Grinch. What I mean, I don't know your pronouns. I'm gonna say it's a she though.
It's gonna say it's they and them. For
They
Grinch,
and them.
it's they and them. Grinchy is they and them. Okay. Okay. Grinchy is non-binary. All right.
Okay. Non-binary. All right.
So, I will say maybe if I'll say this or that, I don't know, and then you give me that. Okay. So let's start off with Thursday night football, Chels and Grinchy. The Saints go to the Los Angeles Rams, and they are both trying to fight for a playoff spot. Do we have the Saints? Do we have the Rams? They are picking the Rams. I'm sorry.
I agree with the Grinch.
I forgot what your pronouns were that fast. I'm sorry, Grinchy. Grinchy is picking the Rams because Grinchy got the horns up.
The horns.
So Grinchy is picking the Rams here. So you said you're agreeing with Grinchy.
I agree with Grinch.
I agree as well. We are picking the Rams. Up next, Bengals at Steelers. This is a Saturday game. There's a few Saturday games on that day. Okay, Grinchy doesn't like either one. Grinchy doesn't like so Grinchy is picking the Bengals.
The Bengals.
The Steelers. I think I got this.
Well with Whoville sign language, Rita.
I think I got it. I think I got the Whoville signs going on.
Bengals, yes, and I agree. I think that this is the Bengals game. I think this is the Bengals game.
Get the Steelers out of here, dog. They done. Okay, moving along. Get them the fuck out of our faces. All right, the Bills and the Chargers. This is good luck to this. Well, the Bills is gonna find their way back into this playoff mix, ain't they? That's what's about to happen.
Yeah.
So, Grinchy, who are you picking?
Thinking.
Are you thinking, Grinchy?
The Buffalo Bills. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that what that is? I'm sorry. Some of these sign languages, I'm still learning on the fly. All right. So the Buffalo Bills is what we are going with for this game. Next game, Colts at Falcons. Who you got, Grinchy?
The Falcons.
You got the Falcons? What?
You know what?
Grinchy is the Falcons.
Hey, maybe the Grinch knows something we don't know. I'm gonna go with the Falcons too, even though that's probably not a good pick.
The Falcons, it's a push game because the Falcons are only 1 point favorites. So Vegas kind of thinks that it could go either way, guys. That could be what it is.
Okay.
All right. Seahawks at Titans. What we got going on? We're picking the Seahawks. Okay, Grinchy.
Okay.
What you got?
I'm gonna go with the Titans. I'm gonna go with the Titans on this one.
I was gonna go with the Titans, but I think Will Levis got taken out of the game last week. So I think depending on where he is where I would go. If he doesn't play, I'm going with the Seahawks. If he does play, I'm going with the Titans. Okay. Lions at Vikings. Who you got, Grinchy? Think about it. Vikings?
Oh, really? The Vikings.
Whoa. Grinchy said the Vikings got this. Okay.
I would right now, I think I would need for that to happen. I'm gonna go with the Lions. I need for that to happen, but I think that the Lions probably will dominate that game.
I don't think that they'll dominate it. I think that divisional games are very weird. They just always are. But I think that the Lions will come out and find a way to win this game. But for Chels' sake, I hope that Grinchy is right and that the Vikings.
The Grinch is right, and I hope that we are wrong.
The to-be game of the week, ladies and gentlemen, is the Commanders at the New York Jets. And Aaron Rodgers has been finally declared to not play this year, and we are fucking glad because we are tired of that attention whore ass motherfucker. So, Grinchy, what's going on, Grinchy? What's that? Who are you picking? Is that
that looks like a Ravens hat?
I don't think so. I don't know, girl. Are you picking the Commanders or are you picking the Jets? No. You picking the Jets. All right, the Jets. We're picking the Jets. All right. The Jets.
But why did we do like this too?
Because remember the Jet of the NBA. NBA that's what he does. That's right. Yeah. So,
that's right.
All right. Packers at Panthers. What we got, Grinchy? Grinchy, are we looking at green or are we looking at Panther?
Green.
Okay,
I was think don't think about that too long. This is Green Bay's game.
I think Grinchy is saying that the Packers is going to beat the Panthers. What you got, Chels?
I got the same. I'm going with the Packers.
That's exactly what we got. Mm-hmm. All right. Browns at Texans. I'm not really sure if CJ Stroud is going to play. I think he is still in concussion protocol. So this is a very interesting matchup. I think I'd pick the Texans if he were playing, but I don't think he's playing. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he's playing, and I think that's just going to be a little too much for them. So I'm going to go with the Brownies on this one.
All right. Who you got, Grinchy? You going with the Brownies too? Okay. Grinchy's going with the Brownies. Boo. That's right. Boo. Fuck the Brownies, but that's what we got. We got the Brownies. All right. Jaguars at Buccaneers. Who you got, Grinchy? We like let's see what we got going on. Okay. Oh. I don't know that one. I don't know that sign language.
I don't know. It's the Jaguars. The Jaguars. She's leaving.
Okay. Well, what was that? What was this? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to learn on the fly, Grinch. She is picking the Jaguars for this game. Who are you picking, Chels?
I'm picking the Jaguars as well.
I'm picking the Bucks. Fuck it. Why not? Jaguars is an unserious team. They definitely are unserious. They are very unserious. Cardinals at Bears. Who you got, guys? What you nodding for, Chels? You going back and forth?
I'm going back and forth. At the Bears. Hey, I'll take the Bears.
Okay.
Grinchy agrees.
Are you taking the Bears too, Grinchy? Okay. All right. Grinchy's taking the Bears. I'm going to take the Bears too, the Cardinals. But the Cardinals might run around. They run the ball well. So, I mean, hey, this could be a potential upset, but I'm still going to take the Bears at home. Cowboys at Dolphins. We know that Chels does not pick against her Cowboys. So we know where that's going to go. I actually think that the Cowboys will come back, bounce back, and win this game. I think it'll be a close game. Dolphins are only 1.5-point favorites. Who do you have, Grinchy? She has a Dallas Cowboys football, which means she is picking the Cowboys. All right.
Thank you, Grinch.
All right, Grinchy.
Yay!
We got Patriots and Broncos. Who we picking?
Who plays for the Patriots these days? I'm picking the Broncos.
Yeah, look, the Patriots. I don't. Yeah, enough. Oh yeah, Grinchy, you like the Broncos? All right, Grinchy likes the Broncos a lot. Okay, we got the Raiders at the Chiefs. What you guys got for Monday on Christmas Day?
I don't think that the Chiefs are going to allow themselves to get embarrassed by the Raiders on Christmas Day. I think it's going to be the Chiefs. Huh?
Completely agree there.
Yeah,
you with Chels, Grinchy? Okay. We all agree the Chiefs are going to find a way to win this game. They are 10-point favorites, by the way. So nasty business. Giants at Eagles, the 4:30 game on Christmas Day. Who we got, guys? G-Men or Fly Eagles Fly? Who we got? Ooh.
Eagles.
Fly Eagles Fly?
Yeah.
Fly Eagles Fly.
I think so too. Okay. I think so too. I think Tommy Cutler's probably have a better chance at home, but it's hard to win in Philly.
It is hard to win in Philly. So I am going with the Eagles. I hope that nobody throws anything at Santa on this day. Please behave out there because, it is Christmas. And I know it's probably not going to be no snowballs, but y'all find something else to throw. So leave the people alone. And then the final game on Christmas, Ravens at 49ers. I'll spot y'all one. I don't think the Ravens win, but I think it will be a close game. It is what it is. It happens. What you got, Grinchy? Ooh. I don't know what that means. Ooh.
Oh, that looks like a Lamar Jackson.
I can't see who that. No, it looked like the Fox. It looked like the man on Fox. Is that the man on Fox? The man on Fox.
That's a Raven. So are we? Yep. You see, that's a Raven.
So it's Ravens. So are you going with the Ravens on Christmas, friend? Grinchy?
Hey, I'm gonna be real with you. I am too.
Ooh. Okay. All right. So the Ravens.
I have been and this is not because you are my best friend and I love you. I've been thinking about this, and I was gonna make plans to go see The Color Purple, but I said because I want to watch the Ravens beat the 49ers on Christmas night. I don't know. I just think that it is going to be a decent matchup. I think it's going to be something that they haven't seen, and I've seen some of the struggles that they had. Like, of course, they handled Arizona handedly, but at first starting off, it was a little and I got a feeling, friend. I don't know. I got a feeling you're going to have a Merry Christmas.
I pray that you are absolutely right in that regard. Grinchy is agreeing with you. Grinchy is over there like, forget the 49ers. It's all good. But we want to thank you, Grinchy, for joining us and doing our picks for our holiday. We appreciate you. And please leave the kids alone. Let them enjoy their holiday. Okay. And as long as people leave you alone, we know that you will leave people alone. Is that correct? Is that what's going to happen here? Okay. All right.
Bye.
Bye, Grinchy.
Oh, that was
okay.
So much.
This is why you need to watch the video, because the video is going to be way better than listening.
Yeah, you can't just
listen. You got to watch the video. Sorry, y'all. You got to watch the video. It is what it is. All right. College football. Players bailing out of bowl games. And this has been something that we had seen, essentially once the college football playoffs started, we started seeing this trend. But now with NIL, it's definitely become more of a thing. Do you actually care about these kids saying, I'm going to get prepared for the NFL and I'm not going to play in this bowl game?
No, I don't care. I don't. I think that they have their reasons on why. I think like bowl games are money generating for the school and TV and all of that kind of stuff, but like it doesn't help them. And if they're going to if they're going into the draft or whatever, or they want to save themselves, then that's fine. But I think that will change next year. Um, but right now, I mean, I think everybody can make a decision based on how they feel. Next year would be very
Yeah.
different. These
I
bowl
mean,
games are going to mean something. I mean,
yeah.
it's going to be for the playoffs. So, I mean, it's kind of like
Yep.
what the NBA is doing with the in-season tournament. It incentivizes, people to be more serious in the early part of the season because there's so many games in the NBA. So, I really don't care about it. I mean, people get all up in arms, about players that want to, that want to forego it and stuff like that. It's not that big of a deal to me. Especially if they are, if it's their last year, they're going to the draft. I mean, what are you doing it for? And then you take a risk, you run the risk of getting hurt. So, and all of that, they need to stay and play for their brothers. Man, fuck that. Get out, take your fresh, healthy self out and wait until April.
I always think about Jalen Smith and him playing in that bowl game and him having that severe injury. And he was going to be a projected first round draft pick. And he just never really, was able to be the player that he once was, playing in a game that essentially was meaningless because they weren't playing for the national championship. So I do think that you got to do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? The NCAA had an opportunity a long time ago to do the right thing. And they chose not to. They chose not to do the right thing. So I definitely understand that you want these kids to play, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Too bad, so sad. So yeah.
I think it's going to be where the little bowl games that we watch and stuff won't be, but those 12 games are going to be very, very 12, 6 games, whatever, are going to be really, really important. I think they're all going to stay. They're all going to play in those games.
I agree with you there.
You never know what can happen.
I agree with you there. I mean, you're right. You don't know how it's going to happen. If I'm a player, look, I just want the opportunity to at least compete. You know what I'm saying? So I agree. I think that there will be a couple guys that's like, well, I don't really feel like my team is going to have a chance, so I'm going to move along. But I don't think that. I think that there'll be few and far between. And look, people like you and me, we love college football. I think it strengthens the playoffs. It strengthens the game. I still think 12 is too many from 4.
That's a big jump.
Yeah, it's a huge jump. You could have found a way to. You could have always started at 6, like we always said. But y'all don't listen. So here y'all are now, like, we got to make sure these kids don't opt out. So we got to expand the playoffs. And while I do enjoy that, and I know that it's going to be interesting, a lot of ground has been lost already. So hopefully we'll start to see next year some really good playoff football and get excited about that. Before we get into the volcano, because y'all always give us people to put into the volcano, and we really appreciate y'all for that. I just want to remind you to book your next winter getaway with our sponsor, Expedia. Package your flight and hotel to start saving big. Plus, don't forget to sign up because members earn up to 10 times more key cash on flights when booking a package. Start saving by clicking the link in the description and booking your next trip with our Expedia promo link. So if you are watching the podcast, it is right there. You see it. If you are listening, it is going to be in the comments. So make sure that in the show notes, I'm sorry. So please make sure that you click the link and book your next trip with Gridiron Gals and Expedia. All right, volcano.
The Super Bowl is coming.
Oh, that's right.
Go ahead and book it. And it's going to be in Vegas. And it's going to be a time.
Go ahead and book it now. Go ahead and book it now.
Because you want to go.
Right, as I was saying, hurry up too. Make it quick. Yeah. All right, volcano time. Chels, starting with you, who would you like to put into the volcano this week?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. I would like to push LaShawn McCoy in the volcano, and I'm gonna tell you why. I just don't like him.
Fair enough. I mean, what other reason do we need?
I don't like him. He's irky. He's irritating. He's funny looking. He don't know what he's talking about. He's a big ass hater. He hates everything Dallas. He's mad that Andy Reid didn't let him play in the Super Bowl and made him take his PTO that day. And he's just taking it on all of us. I don't know why he's on TV. He still he act like he read with his finger, and he just got on my nerves so bad. Talking about some Dak ain't no MVP, all because that man had a 9-game stretch of playing well and had threw one interception. And now he don't. That's because you don't know what you're talking about, LaShawn, and you're not a serious person. And I just don't like you. And go on the volcano. And he ain't had nothing to say on Monday night. He was nowhere to be found because I went to his timeline. He was nowhere to be found. And the Cowboys fans rained down on him, and he was nowhere to be found. He ain't got nothing to say. Jalen Hurts is not playing as well as Dak Prescott is this year. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. He's not. And
Dak is still in the running for MVP, and Jalen is not.
Jalen is my person. Like, Jalen is a Bama boy, okay? And I am saying this. I feel okay saying this. And I just don't like him. And that's why he's in the volcano. I really could have stopped it. I just don't like him.
Okay, all right. So we had put LaShawn McCoy in the volcano. I'm gonna pivot here. I originally was gonna put Shannon Sharpe in the volcano because Shannon Sharpe has giving us way too much information about his personal life that I am not interested in at his big age. I want him to go find somebody and ride off into the sunset because the stories that you are telling us is too fucking much. I changed my mind though. I decided to put Rashard Mendenhall in the volcano because what the fuck is Rashard Mendenhall? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you go on Twitter and say, I would like to see an all white versus all black team because I'm tired of these white players getting all this love. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Is it the CTE? And so many spinoffs have come from this that have been fucking hilarious. Don't get me wrong. It has provided A1 content.
Absolutely. Because Twitter don't have no sense. So this is perfect.
It has provided the best content. But if you did not hear what he said, the dude he said, I'm simply tired of, no, I'm sorry. This is not the one. I'm trying to find exactly where he was. Oh, I'm sick of average white guys commenting on football. Y'all not even good at football, he says. Can we please replace the Pro Bowl with an all black versus all white bowl so these cats can stop trying to teach me who's good at football? I'm better than your GOAT. Okay, so I don't know. First of all, Rashard Mendenhall, what GOAT? What white GOAT we talking about? Christian McCaffrey? You're not better than him, okay?
You definitely not.
You're not. And so, but then, like, after that, like, who else will we be talking about in terms of white running backs? Like, what are we doing here?
I don't know. I don't know. Some people need their social media monitored. If the boy got a thinking problem. That's what it is. He got a thinking problem.
So this is another one that has a thinking problem.
No, he got a thinking problem. Well, where did that come from? Like, where did it come from? And then the people that are rolling with it. Did you see Will Compton?
Will Compton came up with a whole black versus white team. He said Christian McCaffrey gonna have to play both sides of the ball. He said the biracial players, if they like saying the N-word, they're gonna play with the black people. If they don't like saying the N-word, they gotta go play with the white people. That was hilarious. Now,
girl, it was and then RG3 want to come up there because he gonna remind us that he got a white wife.
He said, I'm still black at the end of the day, even though y'all talking about my.
He said Patrick Mahomes gonna be on our side, and yes, our side. I am black, even though I'm married to this Estonian queen. I was like, I'm gonna tell you, he gonna remind you that he black, but he also gonna remind you that lady he married to is white.
He is going to tell you about that white wife, baby. What he's always going to do is tell you about that white wife, honey. Mm-hmm. But he always gonna remind you too that he black as shit in that regard too.
Hey, when I seen his mama with finger waves, I already knew what time it was. No, I know my people.
That's my cousin right there. Yes, cousin. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So there is that. We are putting Rashad Mendenhall in the volcano because I don't know what the fuck is going on. But also thank you because there's been a lot of good content that has come from your ignorant tweet. Unreal. It's been great. So on that note,
friend, can I say something? Are you sure we can't have 3 people in the volcano this week? Because Shannon Sharp disturbed me.
Put him in the volcano. Put Shannon Sharp in the volcano. Okay. I am fucking tired.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead, friend.
I was disgusted by that. I don't even want to repeat to y'all what was said. And I
will repeat it. They were talking about sex with Deion Sanders and Chan Ochocinco, and allegedly they was something. The lady farted while they was having sex, and he said, "Normally I make people shit." It was fucking disgusting. You are almost 60 years old, bro. We did not disgusting.
He said, "I'm a back shot master."
That's what he said.
Okay. And then he said, "What would you do if she passed gas?" And the funny thing is, Chad said, "What you mean? What would you do?" And he was like, "Well, what would you do?" And so then Deion was like, "I mean, do you turn?" He said, "Well, she said, excuse me." Deion said, "Well, did she do this?" So the thing about it is, Deion, and you know how I feel about Deion Sanders, but he actually has a lot more tact in situations like that. He was a little bit more on the lines of, if you saw the interview with Kirk Franklin, where Kirk Franklin, it looked like it was a father and son in there, and Kirk Franklin is actually younger than Shannon Sharp. But Deion was like, what are we talking about here? But one thing that Shannon Sharp does consistently is remind us of how little patience he has for women. And I think that is amazing. Yep. Very little grace and patience he has for women. He don't like feet. He don't want you to poop. He don't want you to order meatloaf. He don't want you to do, like, you got a very
you can't make a suggestion on where to go to eat on the first day. You can't do nothing.
You can't go to the 5-star. You got to start off at Chili's and work your way up. If you're a woman, you can't do this and you can't do that. And he got a lot of rules for women. And I think that what you need to do is go in the volcano, because keep that to yourself.
I agree.
And even when he said, "I usually make them shit," does that sound sexy?
No.
Do you feel like you want to go out with Shannon Sharp because he said he can make you?
Shannon Sharp, he's one of the dudes that don't like women for real, but tolerate women. That's, that is Shannon Sharp. He don't really like them, but he don't
want you to breathe. Don't blow your nose. Don't blink too many times. You got a short string when it comes in. That's what I have learned short leash watching Club Shay Shay. That's what I have learned. So maybe you and Club Shay Shay need to go to the volcano.
And we could throw Stephen A. Smith in there while we at it too. So thank you so much, because that's another one whose information I don't need to know about. Thank you. We are not interested. Okay, y'all out here trying to be hot boys, and y'all damn near 60 years old. Please grow the fuck up. Everybody does not need a microphone, and that includes y'all. Okay, enough. Anyway, as we close, is there anything that you'd like to add, Chels?
So I am happy holidays, y'all. I'm looking forward to the holidays. Oh, here she go.
No, I'm done.
Come on, Reeta. No. No, but I appreciate y'all riding with us this year. Looking forward to the new year and all of that kind of stuff. I'm ready to go get in my Coquito. Y'all know me and Reeta had to re-up on the Coquito now.
Coquito.
We are the Coquito girls. Would you say that city girls? We the Coquito girls. So
yeah.
Up and I might have to plug everybody with my plug. I might have to put my plug info in the show notes. But just make sure that y'all don't buy it all up, so then we can't get what we need.
Exactly.
One at a time, please. One at a time.
Exactly.
And also, speaking of plugs, my fresh ass Santa over here. My Santa got the gazelles on and stuff. Shout out to our girl Naima, who is also running Music Sermon. And if you are not following Music Sermon on Instagram, I'm just going to assume that you don't have taste in music.
Ooh.
So if you want to follow, if you want to learn, if you want to get the history, if you want to get good suggestions on the playlist, that's where you go. And I will also pop the link to her store in the show notes as well. We love Naima. Yes. And what else? I think that
I have a
is
shirt too. I'll be wearing mine sometime this weekend because what we always
yeah.
want to do is Black Santa Claus, baby, all day, every day.
Listen, if,
That
if the
baby look
black
like Rick Ross though. That baby look like Rick. That man look like Rick Ross because he got. You can't see Chels' whole picture, but he got a dookie chain on. He got a rope chain on.
yeah, he got. Let me see if I can hold it all the way up. Yeah, he got a rope
that man
chain
look
on.
like Rick Ross in a Santa suit,
Hey,
and so I
man,
love that for us. I love that for
I
us.
love it. I love
I
it.
am
So
actually. My final thought is I'm traveling west to go see the Ravens. Hopefully, beat the 49ers. So, safe travels to me. Basically, you know
yes,
how somebody say, "Well, wish me safe travels." Well, by the time y'all hear this, I'll probably be on a plane or already there. So, hopefully, I'm getting there safely. Hopefully, my first time at Levi Stadium. I'm excited. So, hopefully, I can get out of there with a W
that's gonna
as
be
the
lovely.
Ravens taking. So it should be
And my
fun. So
dad will be looking for you on TV because I
yes,
told him that you're going. At what time does it come on? What station? I said you're not gonna see. I want to
I'm,
tell him
I'm, I'm
if
getting
you
myself
do
on the
see that
Tizu.
lady.
I'm getting
I
on the
want
Tizu
to
this
say.
time.
I was getting ready to say if you do see her, I'll be worried because I don't know what your ass is doing.
I'm behaving. I will be behaving,
Yeah,
but I will be on the
but
Tizu. I got me a
yeah,
nice little Ravens hat that lights. It got Christmas lights on it, and it lights up. Unlike this
wonderful.
headband
Yeah,
that decided it didn't want to light up. So I'm making myself visible for the game. So hopefully I can get some Tizu time.
yes.
We'll
And
see
my
how this
daddy
goes.
always want to know what game Rita is so he can try to find her in the crowd.
I love your
So
dad for that. That's my dude right there. Shout out to your dad for always holding it down and looking out for his girl. I
always,
appreciate it. So we want to
yeah.
thank you all for listening. We want you to have a happy and safe holiday. Enjoy, and we will enjoy as well. And we'll talk to you guys next week.
Merry Christmas, y'all.